a wrist-borne inflation device for water sports. So what we got here is a plastic box which is on a wrist strap from like a digital watch type thing. Inserted into it is a screw-in CO2 canister, and there's a trigger here, and when you pull this trigger there's a nylon inflatable bag in here, balloon type contraption, which inflates at rapid speed, and then if you're in trouble in the water, that's going to help you stay buoyant. Now going to cut to some action footage of me swimming with this device and activating it and floating to the surface, or not. Wait and see. It comes with 5 of these CO2 canisters. These are just standard canisters, the screw-in type, so it's completely reusable. It's not a one-off shot, you can just repack it, and we'll get into that anyway afterwards. Here's me swimming. So there you go, you saw it your own eyes, it actually does work. Now, quick words, disclaimer, whatever you want to be, bit of responsibility. This is not a life-preserving device. It is a novelty that will inflate and will keep you afloat, but it does not follow any European standards or North American standards for safety, performance, warranty of performance in an emergency situation. It's not a life preserver. I'm not saying it is. I'm not recommending you use this as a life preserver. It's a device that you can put on your wrist and it will inflate. But you know, guys, I'm not going to say this is going to save your life, because it's not that kind of thing. It's if you want a real life preserver, go to a proper maritime store and buy a life preserver, because obviously if you're knocked unconscious, this is your arm's going to be floating up here, but your head's going to be under the water. That was the first time I swam with it in that little video snippet there. I've inflated it on dry land before just to see if it works. We'll set it off now so you can have a closer look on dry land. So there's a little, it's a very large grab trigger here that is actually sort of clipped in most of the time, but you unclip it and then it's free floating like that. But then this is going to go very fast, so it's not going to be super exciting. But here we go. Okay, that one, this is the third time I've set this one off, and this time it was like a little bit of a delay for the final bit of inflation. I don't know if that's because I hadn't screwed it in properly. Maybe I didn't actually screw it. I think maybe it was just a little bit of I don't know what it was. It didn't go up as fast as it normally did. Anyway, now you can see it's very firm, and when I left it inflated for 6 days, 6 whole days, and it didn't go down, which is nice to know. Anyway, that's it. Bong bong biddy bong biddy bong. It's an inflatable balloon that you can carry on your wrist, and it actually does seem to work. When you want to deflate it, that's easy to do. You can, I'll take it off my wrist, shut easier. And you just unscrew this, the gas bottle, squeeze out all the air. I'll come back to you. And then it is reusable, and what they've done, they've put pictograms on the surface of the inflatable balloon, which show you exactly how to fold it up properly so you get it back in the box and it's then going to re-inflate. And like I've said, I've repacked it 3 times now, and every time it has inflated, although on that one there was a little bit of a delay, but it was 95% inflated and then was a little delay before it went to 100% complete inflation. So it's a simple to follow instructions, and I've done it a couple of times or 2-3 times, and it's always worked again. I won't show you, I won't fold it up on camera because it'll just be boring, but it's simple to understand the pictograms here. It's a step-by-step method. So I've rolled it up, fold it up according to the instructions, and then you put it into that little compartment and then snap it shut, lock it with a trigger, and then you screw in a new gas tube there. And the gas tubes are these standard ones with the screw fitting, not the pushing ones. So you push it in, give it a little bit of a push in, and you feel it when the thread starts to take. And then it's reloaded, ready to use again.